Alright, so we're going to work on project 3 together here. One of the things some of y'all may or may not have seen in some of the earlier videos is how to change it to imperial instead of metric. You can go into, hold up, where is it at? Units. You can check this little box right here and switch it from metric, millimeter, to inch. So that's how you can change it. Personally, I like to work in inch, but you may or may not. So let's start a sketch. So I'm going to show you a different way. You know, we've been doing a sketch from here, create sketch. Let's start using some of our mouse clicks. So if we do a right click, just somewhere in here, you'll see a sketch button. I didn't even click it, I just hovered over it. And now I'm just going to click line. And just like before, it takes off on it. So again, you can either click create whatever was up there before and then create sketch, or you can right click and then it'll be right down below that button. So we're going to do what we're going to do. Let's draw a couple lines here. I'm not going to do a rectangle this time. I'm actually going to do a line. And what I'm doing, which I'm using screen recording, so you won't be able to see the blueprint. I can't hold it up in front of you, but I'm looking at the blueprint and I'm going to go up. I'm just going to create two lines going up. Oh, keep it at 90. I don't care how long they are. And go across. Hit escape to get out of the line measurement. So what I want to do, this is the internal, you'll see it when I start doing it. I want this line, this point, and that origin to be on the same plane. So I can go up here to my constraints and click horizontal vertical. Constrains a single line or 2 points to lie either the vertical or horizontal axis. So I'm going to constrain this point and make it stay with that point. You see it drug it a little bit. So no matter what, this point is always going to be at the bottom right here with my origin. It'll make a little bit more sense as we get going. So I'm going to click D to dimension this line. Come out here. Alright, so if you notice on your blueprint, it is 1.25 inches. I'm talking about one of the legs now. It's 1.25 inches thick. But I don't want to go, I want to draw to the inside line. So that web thickness, if you noticed, is 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do 1.25 inches minus 0.5. The beauty of Fusion is it'll do its own calculations for you. Comes up to 3/4. Alright, so if we look, let's dimension from the center to this line. Alright, on the blueprint it says 7 3/4. I want to divide it by 2. It'll calculate it for me. So it's 3.875 from the center to the inside. This is going to be the inside wall here. Alright. So we've drawn two lines. Let's draw a circle. So we want to create a circle. I want it on this same, so look, I'm going down here. I'm not going to draw it on the center point, but I went down here because right now it's just floating in space. If I go down here and hover, you see the little blue dotted lines that come up? So what that does, that's going to put that circle in the same vertical line as my origin. If you know, it works the same over here. You see I'm switching back and forth. So I'm not really worried about it capturing on that line. I do want to capture it on this. So I'm going to do my circle. I pull it out. Before I click it, it is a 1 3/4 radius. and it's telling me the diameter, so I want 1.375. Why is it not typing? 1.3, what in the world? 1.375 times 2. Still didn't do it. All right, let's do this again. 1.375 times 2. That is my circle. That's to the inside. Now keep in mind we're drawing inside. So what I want this to do, I want this point to, we know it lies in this plane, but I also want it to lie in this plane. So I'm going to see if this will work. Horizontal, vertical from this line, that line. You see it drug it up there? So we know it was already on this line, but now it is on this line. So now I want to extend this line to touch here. So we're going to grab this. Up. Let me hit escape. Grab this. Come on. Hold my mouse button down, and I can either stop where it's you can see the little diagonal lines, the little crosshatch looking thing, or I can go further. We know if we hit this, it's going to be tangent to my circle. All right. So what we're gonna so what I'm trying to, so you won't have to go back and watch some of this. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to draw from here on the inside here to here to here, and then I'm going to do an offset. I'm going to throw this off to get the thickness of it, and then once I do get the thickness of it, I want to mirror it. So we need to draw one more line. We want over here, if you click construction, it'll turn it into a construction line and not an actual physical line. Click that, it highlights it. So I want to go down here so it'll pick it up. Alright, pick it up, and I want to go from about right here up to here. Alright, hit escape to get out of it. Now if you notice, you can see it here. You see it's a dotted line. Dotted lines mean it's a construction. It's not part of your actual model. It is a construction line, not a physical line. Alright, so now before we can offset it, we need to trim the rest of this circle out. So we're going to go up here to modify. We're going to hit trim, and if you hover over, you see the purple highlighted? If I click it, it just trimmed it away. Don't worry about the warning. Alright, so now we have our inside lines drawn. So now I want to do an offset to get my thickness. Wrong button, offset, which is the shortcut is an O. What do I want to offset? I don't want to offset my construction line. You'll see why I drew that in a second. I want to offset these three. Now if you notice, it's already populated at 39 thousandths. I don't want to offset at 39. I want to offset at a ½ inch. If you look at your print, you'll see it 0.5. You see how it's up there? So I hit OK. Alright, so now this, you're starting to see it's getting some shape to it. So, but what I wanted to see, they're still in construction. I want to change that to a solid. I want to change that. See what I'm doing? I'm changing it. These defaulted to construction. I don't want construction. I want a physical line. Okay, so you're beginning to see, let me get it down here, what it's looking like. Hit escape just to get out of it. I want to tie these two together. So I want to go up here and do a line from here to here. You see it tie them together? So hit escape. So we've got the beginning profile shape of half of it. Why are we only drawing half? We only had to draw that line, that, and that. Then we offset it. Now we're going to mirror it. Create mirror. What do we want to mirror? We want to mirror this, 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 and this. We don't want to mirror this line because Fusion gets a little funky if you try. If we made that a solid line and we tried to mirror that, it would try to split the line in half, and it would be all kind of funkiness. That's why it's a construction line. So where do we want to mirror it about? Mirror line. Where do we, if we click this, it would revolve under itself. If we click this, it'll revolve left to right. I want to click that and select this line. Did you see what happened when I did that? Hit OK to lock it in. Now, if you notice, you have got the basic shape of this thing in our sketch. Let's finish our sketch. Hit extrude. How thick is it? If you look to the right hand side of the print, it is 3 inches. Look at that. Orbit. Now it's beginning to look like our part. So let's put our holes in it. Alright, so before we get into just creating, you can create a hole here. Let's still go back to the old dimension sketch a hole. So we're going to create another sketch. The first thing it asks you, where do you want to sketch at? You want it here, here. We want it right there. I want a hole. I don't care where I'm putting it right now. I'm just grabbing it. And what is it, a 3/4 hole? Shoot. I don't know why it's not taking it correctly until I do this. Now I want to hit D in dimension from here to the center is 1.5. From center of my part to my hole, it is 3 inches. Didn't work. Oh, it did. Took a minute. Finish my sketch. It's not a hole yet. It's just a pencil drawing on top of my part. Let's do the other side. I want to draw it here. I want a hole. I don't care where. And let's go back and dimension it. I'm still drawing holes. Forget it. Why are you not? Undo. I don't know what's going on. Grab it, come out, change it to 0.75. See, it's crazy. 0.7. I still didn't get it. 0.75. All right. Now it's 0.75. Then I'm going to dimension it by hitting D. Here to here is 1.5. Center to my center is 3. Finish my sketch. And now I have a basic block with 2 pencil sketches on top. I want to extrude them holes. I want to grab this one, and I want to grab that one. And I'm going to just grab this little slider and pull it through the bottom of it. Hit OK. We have holes. The only thing left to do, we got to put some fillets on them. So we want to go, all right, we're in a model. We have the actual model here. So now I want to do some fillets, which the shortcut is F. So I want to grab this, and this. And it is 375. Hit enter. and I was able to put fillets on all those with, I just selected 4 of them before I hit it. You could do one at a time, that's fine. We have some more fillets on here. We have 4 more, so we hit F. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change it to 375. And we just put our fillets on the bottom there. Now, it looks like what I wanted you to draw. So, that is the project for this week. It's trying to teach you to use a little bit of constraints, a little bit of offset, a little bit of mirror image. It's just a couple more different ways of drawing a part. And again, go here to your data panel, pick out your CAD231 and click save, add, save, and this is going to be project 3. Save. And then whenever you get a chance, take a screenshot. I want to make sure that you're taking a screenshot of this. Don't take a screenshot where I can't see it. Take a screenshot of this and upload it. And probably on the next one I'm going to start checking, like, did you get it? Is it 1 1/4 inches? Is it 7 3/4 in between? Is that a 3/4 hole? I'm going to probably start checking them, but for right now I just want you to do the screenshot, which for your case it's an easy 100 if you got it right. I'm not checking dimensions yet. That's it.